Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I'd like to thank you all for allowing me to come to the Premier Scholars Academy. And today I'm going to talk to you about the very important reasons why you should have a quality literacy program in your facility. I'm also going to speak to you about what kinds of quality programming, what kinds of curricula you need to employ while choosing to work with phonemic awareness, oral language, alphabetic awareness, and storybook telling. I want to persuade you to implement quality early literacy programming in your child development centers. But first, I'd like to ask the directors and the owners here, how outdated is your current curriculum? Is it just sitting on the shelf collecting dust? Well, I've been in the field of early childhood education for over 10 years, and I've been working with literacy programming, and I've got some good news for you. I know of two very well organized, core accredited curriculum that will work wonderfully well in your early learning facility. With the right literacy curriculum, your early staffers can play an integral part in emergent reading and emergent learning for your early learners. But we first need to define just exactly what early literacy is, and I'll highlight that understanding of what early literacy is and what early literacy isn't. First, what is early literacy? Well, early literacy is something as simple as a baby chewing on a book, or a toddler who wants to read his favorite book over and over again. It could be a preschooler who reads the same story from memory to mom and dad or to the teacher over and over again. But here's what early literacy is not. Early literacy is not rote memorization. Memorization does not mean that the early learner is comprehending. Early literacy is not flashcards. Children need hands-on, tactile engagement when they're learning. Early literacy is also not workbooks. Pre-formatted forms don't promote child-initiated creativity. And early literacy is not drills. Lecture-style engagement is boring, and early education should be fun. Research has told us that when adults talk or play with children, they're stimulating their growth of the child's brain. And the experts now state that language skills that promote literacy begins at birth. We know that the first 3 years of development is where much of the capacity for learning is acquired. We used to think that children at reading who were successful in reading, that was dependent upon whether or not they had a very good teacher in first grade. Well, we now know that your child's likelihood for success in being a successful reader in first grade depends on how much she has learned about reading before she has even gone to school. Let's take a look at two distinct but different and effective curricula that will create a quality literacy environment for your early learners. So how do you go about choosing a wonderful curriculum, a quality curriculum? Well, first, you should make sure that your curriculum has been approved by NACE and has the approval of the core standards. Your curriculum should also be validated by research, and it also should have a research-based assessment component to it. The curriculum should focus on comprehension, print awareness, phonological awareness, and alphabetic principles. Deciding on the right curriculum, the appropriate curriculum for your center, and the products for your early learning program can be a daunting task, but here's where I can help. In the book, Oral Language and Early Literacy in Preschool, it states that with adult help, children can rapidly develop their language skills all across their preschool years. And this is important. Children are helped to learn language in structured activities. That means in a facility just like Premier Scholars. With structured activities such as wordplay, shared reading, and even dramatic play, your child can become a successful reader. Here is one of those quality literacy programs that I mentioned earlier. The first one is called the Scholastics Building Language Literacy Curriculum. In this curriculum, you can prepare children for reading success by using this high quality literature, this high quality program, which has in its kit songs, children's literature, poems, and it's rich in vocabulary and language loving characters. There's Nina, the naming newt. Do you know what a newt is? What a wonderful vocabulary word to introduce to your early learners. At the same time that you provide your children with a rich vocabulary and a rich print-rich environment, you can foster your child's awareness in other domains as you integrate this literacy program in science, in math, writing, music, and other curriculum. High Scope Early Literacy Curriculum is another high quality program. Here, this curriculum helps and works alongside of Head Start programming, elementary centers, school districts, and other groups interested in preparing children for literacy. They also prepare Head Start programming for grant writing for literacy programming. Now that you know about the amazing literacy programming available for children and staff, it's time to get started with quality programming in your organization. So, think about this. These literacy programs provide in-house training for your staff. There's no need for you to purchase expensive center props. This literacy program comes equipped with puppets, with songs, with storybooks, music, lesson plans, and even state-approved assessment forms. I want you to feel compelled to provide your early learners with the best literacy programming that you can. And as I draw my presentation to you to a conclusion, I'd like to leave you with this one last thought. Implementing quality literacy programming has many benefits, including being current on the latest research in early education and literacy, also gaining knowledge on implementation of the program. Thus, these things are included in the High Scope and the Scholastics program that I mentioned earlier. Other benefits are, one main benefit is that your staff will get on-site training, and a print-rich early literacy environment is created for your early learners, which will propel their comprehension skills, their skills of context clues engagement for years to come. This leads them on the path to becoming successful readers. I'd like to thank you for allowing me to speak to you about the importance of early literacy, and I look forward to sharing more information with you in the future. Thank you.